telling everybody to... Welcome to MAWOCC's first Facebook Live. Here joining us today is Celia Blue, President of the Massachusetts Women of Color Coalition, as well as Martha Acefa, who is the Political Coordinator for the Central Mass Region, as well as Rochelle Frazier, who is on the campaign for Yes on Question 3. Thank you, ladies, for joining us today.
Thanks so much for organizing this.
Yeah, you're welcome. Celia, why don't you start us off?
Sure. So welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We're thrilled that you are making time for us because this is an important time where we will be showing our voices at the election. So thank you again, and I want to make sure that you hashtag us with our MAWOCC vote. Thank you.
Why don't we start right now with Martha on question 1. So Martha, what are the implications on a yes or a no vote for question 1?
So I'm basically using the voter guide table, and so a yes vote would establish patient assignment limits for registered nurses working in hospitals, but I like to call this question this. A yes vote would mean that there's enough nurses taking care of you at the hospital, and a no vote would make sure that no changes happen in your hospital. It will basically be the same as it is already, and the only place that would have a nurse to patient limit would be in the ICU. So basically a yes means you want to have more nurses in the hospital, a no means things in the hospitals are fine the way they are and nothing needs to change.
Thank you, Martha, for that very great explanation. Now we're going to go to Celia Blue on question 2. What are the implications on a yes and a no vote on question 2, Celia?
Sure. So a yes vote on question 2 means that we would create a 15-person volunteer panel, or commission, I should say, to then advocate for change for the 28th Amendment. And what that means is, I'm sure that you've heard that people have talked about corporate spending in elections. This would certainly address that. A no vote would mean that we would not create a commission. We would not have the opportunity to address that change.
Thank you, Celia. And for question 3, Rochelle, why don't you share with us what are the implications for a yes and a no vote?
Well, a yes vote would uphold a 2016 law that prohibits discrimination against our transgender and gender nonconforming neighbors and friends in public places such as restaurants, malls, and hospitals. A no vote would repeal the law prohibiting discrimination against our transgender neighbors and friends in public spaces.
Thank you so much, Rochelle. And we have a few reminders. Could you share with us, Celia, some of the key dates that everyone should be considering with this upcoming midterm election?
Sure, absolutely. So number 1, tomorrow is the last day to register to vote. Tomorrow is the last day to register to vote. So we need you to make sure that you go to your local city halls, or you can link us, and we'll be able to take you to the Secretary of State site that you could go to register online. The other important day is to remember is that we also have early elections. And what that means is that you can vote between October 22nd and November 2nd.
Wonderful. And what do we want to share with our audience watching us today?
Go vote!
Thank you. Thank you, ladies.